here with me now on how a peaceful resolution to the Venezuela crisis actually materializes. The man Venezuela owes a whole lot of money to, the man representing all the debt holders in America, Hans Humes from Greylock Capital. And Hans, it's good to have you back. And it's especially good because this is your background. You're one brave investor, I got to say, because you've bought debt in Liberia, Ivory Coast. You were the only American on the Greek debt restructuring committee, Argentina. You're all over the world, and you've seen some bad scenarios. So how does this scenario end well for Venezuela?
Well, I mean, there are a lot of ways it could go badly. I mean, clearly, if it breaks down into civil war, the existing humanitarian crisis could be far, far worse. But we touched upon, the fact is that the population there is still used to elections. This is not Cuba where they have no elections. Mm-hmm. So, you know, in theory, you could have free elections that are overseen by international observers. Mm-hmm. And what's striking is even in the last elections, a significant portion of the population voted for Falcon, voted for Batucci, ran against Maduro. So even with this intimidation, there are enough people, and you can certainly see it by some of the videos you show of people out in the street, who want to change, and they're used to having a voice. So if there's an international agreement that there will be a free and fair election, you know, there's some hope.
But then you have to get Nicolas Maduro to that point, right? And you know, he's saying, you know, maybe he'll negotiate. He told the Russian media that. I've invited him on this program, by the way. Juan Guaido was on last night, and I've extended an invitation to Nicolas Maduro and said, if you're serious about negotiation, then tell us what that would be. So far, I haven't heard. But, you know, Hans, if he wants to negotiate with the opposition, he has, well, shall we say, not necessarily the best track record, right? Because
absolutely.
They feel like,
I mean, I think
it could be dangerous.
Internationally, this regime has a pretty bad reputation, offering to negotiate and then not negotiating. So this would have to be something international. I would expect that, given the fact that the EU has called for it, the United States certainly has an interest. So this isn't not a bilateral negotiation. This has to be overseen by international observers. And quite honestly, I don't really see, you know, how Maduro can come out of this unless he cleans his image up and decides he's going to be a candidate. I mean, we've seen some real pivots in Latin America. Alan Garcia took Peru off the map of the international financial community, was out for a while and came back as a free market reformer. I'm not sure. We'll see if Maduro can pull something like that off. But certainly within Chavismo, I mean, we've heard a lot of Venezuelans say that Chavismo may end up being like Peronismo in Argentina. It probably will continue to be a political force. So let it be a political party. Let them run in
real, right? I mean,
real
you gotta have
elections.
A real election.
Absolutely.
I don't know if he gets there. I mean, given what has happened thus far, we'll see. Certainly, as I said, the opposition doesn't trust him.
Otherwise,
very
I mean,
far at all.
He either digs in his heels or he gets on a plane and leaves with his gold.
Which, you know, the plane's right there tonight. So as General Keane said, maybe that's a good sign. Maybe he's going off to a nice, happy ending somewhere. But let me ask you about something else, and that's the Russians. And this is very serious because right now there's all these sanctions out there. And that means people like you in the secondary market, this is a little confusing, so bear with us. You know, typically, you know, companies, they borrow money, so that's the primary market in debt markets. And then there's something that happens after the fact, which is the money gets traded, the loans get traded, the debt gets traded after the fact, right. Which is where you come in because you trade some of this stuff. Well, John Bolton and the Treasury Department, et cetera, have come out and said, okay, you guys cannot buy any PDVSA debt because they don't want to run the risk that you're lending money to PDVSA. Your fear is it's sending all that PDVSA debt straight into the hands of the Russians? They're the ones buying it up right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because we understand that the sanctions want to strangle PDVSA and try to split the military away from Maduro. So make it impossible for them to raise new money to fund their operations, in effect. The thing is, the existing bonds that happened before Maduro or when the National Assembly blessed the bonds, these bonds have all traded. And most big U.S. mutual funds own hundreds of millions, if not billions, of this stuff. And I think maybe in crafting the sanctions, there's this one part about that seems to apply to the secondary market. So these are existing bonds that are in effect debt.
It's not like you're lending
PDVSA.
any new money.
You're not lending any new money.
It's out there anyway.
And it gets sold, but the new regulations seem to suggest that American holders can only sell to non-American buyers.
Well, that has an unintended consequence.
Which seems to create that the only exit valve would be to sell to the Russians if they're eager buyers. But in effect, what you could do is end up having to sell all the PDVSA debt. Not sure it was intentional, but it creates a perverse incentive that might.
You don't want to wind up, when this is all said and done, and suddenly,
move PDVSA
you've got democracy there, but the Russians own PDVSA.
Well, exactly, and most of the creditors that own it currently are going to be very friendly and looking forward to negotiating with a succeeding government.
I would think,
yes.
Right, because you guys want to get paid back, and what's better for getting paid back but good old-fashioned red-blooded American capitalism. A little bit of that there in Venezuela, and they'll be able to pay their bills. Hans Humes, thank you.